Hello everybody, in this short tutorial I'm going to show you how to obtain the so-called participant identification code, or PIC, which is a 9-digit code which you need in order to access the databases and the call for proposals provided by the European Commission. So I'm going to share my screen now. And we are going to access, first of all, you have to go to the so-called participant portal. So if I Google participant portal, I land on this page, which is called, as you can see, funding and tender opportunities. And the first thing you have to do is to obtain a password, a so-called ECAS password, for to access this portal if you don't have one. If you don't have one, the first thing you do is you click on register here. And you create your own account. You provide your name, your email address, you confirm the email, you check this box, and you create an account. I'm not going to do that because I obviously already have one. So I'm just going to log in with my own credentials. As you can see, I have, of course, an account on this portal. And I am now going to be inside the portal. Now, the next thing I have to do is that I have to go back to the participant portal. It's not totally obvious, but once I've logged in, I always remain logged in, okay? So I am here in the participant portal, funding and tender opportunities. I logged in, I have already logged in. And now I have, I click on how to participate, and I go to the participant register. Okay, the participant register is where you can get the participant identification code, or PIC. The first thing that you have to do is to check whether your organization already has a PIC, because you are not allowed to have two different PICs for the same organization. So you search for a PIC, you provide the name, like for instance, I say Unimed, which is one of the organizations I work for, and which is based in Italy. Here we are. I click on search, and it tells me that there are at least 3 organizations which have Unimed in their name. You see? So anyway, I can see that the one I work for in Rome already has a PIC, so I don't have to, I only have to record that, to write it on a piece of paper. This is the PIC. And and whenever I want to access, for instance, a call for proposals, I have to use this PIC. The useful part of the PIC code is that once I provide this code to the system, it will download all the administrative data about the organization. I will not have to retype them. However, if I find out that my organization does not have a PIC, so it's not found, you must be careful, because it can depend on the way you write the name of the organization. Okay, so for instance, in this case, it was very easy because it's a unique name. But if you have several ways of writing, like Rome University or University of Rome, it will provide different results. So be careful about that. If you, however, realize that your organization has never participated in a European program and it doesn't have a PIC, then you click on register your organization, and you will have to provide a number of administrative information. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, this is it. So you have legal name, registration country, registration number, a VAT number, if any. You can declare that it's not applicable if you don't have one, the website, and all these things. The website, for instance, is not mandatory. Once you have introduced these information items, you click on next, and you will be asked for other information about the address, the name of the legal signatory, etc. And in the end, you will receive your PIC code, which you have to store somewhere. And once you have it, you can do a number of things. I will show you, for instance, one thing that which is very useful. Whenever, for instance, if you go for a call for proposals, let's say, for instance, in the Erasmus program, in the Erasmus Plus, sorry, not here. I can look for a call for proposal for an open call. I take only the open ones. And for instance, here, you have a very interesting feature, which is the so-called partner search announcement. I click here and I get 65 different organizations which have declared to have an interest. And if I want to contact them, I click here, but I must be registered. I cannot do that. You see, it provides my name, and I can send them a message, get in touch with them, and find out whether they could be interested in working with us. So this was a very short presentation on of how to do it and how to obtain the PIC. And however, if you have any problems with that, you can get in touch with me, and I write here my email address, my private one, which is Kelly@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to provide you support in obtaining a PIC. Thank you, and have a good day.